Sorry, man. Yeah, you must be used to the lights, man. Huh? Yeah. Are we ready? Okay, GladrapChannel here with David, the Great White Light. You know, at a particular point, you were called on stage, and then you told the audience, you're spoiled. Like, today was a great fight. Tell us a bit about Peach Boxing. Tell us about the event. We saw some crazy fights today. Just give us your thoughts.
Well, you know, like all our fighters fought tonight, all our amateur boys from the juniors right up and even a couple of pros. And, you know, we didn't win. We lost maybe 6 of our first amateurs that we put on because we wanted to give them hard fights, you know, and it's a show that we ran and we're matching them up difficult fights. So I think every fight that I saw was tough fought. The winner deserved it. Everyone poured their heart out and it was just an awesome day. Yeah.
Is there like a code that like if there's a peach boxer fighting, everyone shows up? Is it because I see a lot of people wearing the shirts? I saw Andre. Is there some sort of code that goes on?
Sort of. Like when I fought in Christchurch, most of the team came down. So yeah, we're here to support each other. I'm here to like watch the next generation come up and support them in that capacity. So yeah, I mean like yeah, we're sort of like a family in that way. Yeah.
And what is it like for them to see you, like, you know, ringside watching their fights? Do you go talk to them? Are they looking for some sort of inspiration from you, or like, what do you do? Is it just comforting for them to see you there, you know, like a training mate?
I try and give them a few words, but I mean most of it's just about how you got to rely on yourself, Like, because if you're looking for anything else in boxing, you're going to be disappointed. It's a lonely sport, and you got to do it yourself. So, but you know, these boys, they're all getting better, and a lot of them are very novice, but they're fighting good guys. And yeah, I'm really proud of everyone in our team.
You know, I saw the new gym. I went and visited it, and it looks amazing, man. Like, you know, I know Sessi put a lot of work.
Someone built it. What's that company? I'm just kind of come to mind at the moment. Who is it? Yeah,
over budget, over date times, you know, but we got there in the end. Yeah.
Isn't it under budget and under? You know, what was that quote by Trump? But tell us about the new gym. I mean, that looks exciting. I mean, is it exciting for you? You know, and the other fighters? I know it's like a fighting training camp. Like you can live there for a bit, maybe. I don't know. Tell us.
Yeah, so he's got 2 flats that separate from the house, so they're self-contained. We've had Bo and Morgan up here living with Peachy, and then coming and training with us. So yeah, but you know, it's good to have the extra space because bloody hell, he's letting everyone in like stray cats. I'm running out of frickin' room to train. So yeah, but you know, we're equipping it out. We're able to put more equipment in so we can improve our skills. So everything's awesome.
All right. Now there's a big fight happening on the 12th, 19th. Sorry, my bad. On the 19th, Mose Auimatagi. Now you know he's a very well-known fighter. Like he's well respected. You know, on the undercard of Anthony Joshua, that guy, I don't know, he pulled a win out of nowhere. Like he was almost losing it. He's a tough fighter. I mean, how do you rate him? I mean, have you known him for a long time? I mean, what can you tell us about Mose?
He's a bit younger than me, so in the amateurs I didn't really know much about him, but he's tough, and there's no way I'm taking this fight for granted. I'm like in almost the best shape I've ever been in. I've been sparring real hard because we know Moss is that wild card, and he proved that over in England. He took that fight on short notice, flew over there the other side of the world, and managed to get a knockout against someone who was supposedly supposed to beat him. So never underestimate that guy. And man, it's just, I can't say it enough. Like it gets to be cliche. This is going to be a bloody good fight. This is one of the best domestic matchups we've had in a long time. So I just hope everyone like tunes in.
What was your thoughts like when the Junior fight and the Joseph Parker fight got cancelled? Were you thinking that your fight would be cancelled too, or what was the mindset?
Yeah, we're a little bit worried, and it would have been awesome, you know, to be on that big international stage with co-manning that event. Was just crazy cool, like with an important fight that's, you know, proves what we've got to the world. That whole fight night was a domestic card with really good fights on it, so it would have been really good for New Zealand boxing. But it is what it is, and we were able to make a new date. So I mean, I feel bad for Joe and Far, but you know, at the same time I kind of don't care.
Just my curiosity, just making me ask this next question. I know you sparred with Far, and you know he pulled out because of a health issue. I mean, what can you tell us about the sparring sessions? I mean, can you tell us anything, or how did it go? Was it competitive? I don't know.
Oh, it was pretty competitive, but yeah, I don't want to say much about it because just as a professional, but nah, like yeah, he had the skills there and everything, but I just guess that they've tested him and found something that he's low on something, and they got to get him for his medical stuff, and that's safety's of the utmost importance. So I wish him well, or I hope he's all right.
And also, David Nyika, he's turning pro. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, he's looking for an opponent. Hint, hint. I don't know. Does he have to earn you? How does it work?
Well, look, I'm not going to pretend like he's not a bit of a threat, I mean, obviously, maybe more than a threat, but he's, I've worked my way real hard to get to where I am in the world at the moment. And, he's got to work his way up to that point too. So otherwise there's like, what have I done all, to take that kind of risk. But, I think he's looking at the Olympics, and yeah, I mean, he's bloody awesome for New Zealand that we've got, such a good pedigree coming out at the moment. And we've even got a UFC middleweight champ, so I think New Zealand's on the rise, man.
Yeah, I mean, like everywhere else, like there's lack of competition, you know what I mean? Like because of the COVID thing, but here in New Zealand, sort of heating up. David, is there some part of you that wants to avenge, like, the previous loss that you might have had, with him? Is there, would you like to challenge him maybe at some point? Or as you said, like he has to earn it, like he has to sort of climb the ranks?
I think it'll happen eventually, sort of. I don't know if it'll happen before the Olympics, because we've worked our way to this point, and now we're looking at the guys above us to get to that world title shot. And so that's not him. He's obviously not there yet. But yeah, as far as like avenged or whatever, like I said after the Commonwealth Games that if the funding wasn't there, that there was really not enough time to really build up to the Olympics, and the funding wasn't there. So I mean, I was out by the time it came around to fighting him almost a year after the games. I'd hardly been training or anything, So, that would definitely be a different fight, and I think it would be an awesome fight. And I'd be keen, and I'll come in ready, and yeah, definitely be a different result.
But I'm not like as you said, the eyes on the prize, the Mose Auimatagi. How's training going?
Good, man. We've been training real hard. We were training here in this ring this morning. I've been doing rounds, obviously, with Jerome Pimpalone and Andre Mikhailovich, who are like some of the best, maybe in their weights in the world at the moment. And Jerome was going bloody well. He did so well at the Worlds, and he's just a beast. But I'm doing rounds in and out with them, so they're coming in and then swapping in and out with me. So I couldn't really be doing. I mean, I got the best sparring partners pretty much in the country in my stable, so things have been going really well.
Last question. Does Trump have any chance of getting back in office, or is it pretty much done? Like Joe Biden is going to be the next president, or I mean, I don't know. Is there any ifs or doubt? I don't know.
Well, that's not up for me to say. It's up for the courts to say. But I don't know why everyone's pretending before the cases are resolved that it is going to be one way or the other. They seem to have uncovered some fraud, and some people seem to be okay with some fraud.
No, but the Herald said there's 0 cases of fraud. Well, it's crazy, right?
Well, are they talking about the 2016 election or the 2020 election? Because they seem to be singing a different tune about the integrity of elections depending on who wins. So I don't take any of what any media, I mean, they've all shown that they have a bias when it comes to Trump. Which I mean, like, okay, you can hate him and you think he's a buffoon or whatever, and you've got probably reason to believe that. But don't let that take away all of your ability to tell the truth about what he can tell the truth. If you're calling him saying that he's 100% a liar, well, that makes you a liar because sometimes he gets it right. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm sort of zoned out from political stuff, but I mean, like, the media is just, they're as bad, if not worse than Trump. So, I mean, who knows what to look at or listen to these days.
Anyway, Dave, I better wrap it up short because I could honestly talk hours about it, but just tell people when the fight is and why they should watch.
Yes. December 19th at the ABA, Auckland Boxing Association. David the Great White Light versus Mose Auimatagi. It's going to be a bloody good fight. I mean, like, he always turns up. He's a hardcore fighter. I always turn up. Neither of us are going to quit. we're going to be trading blows. So tune into that one, man.
Thank you, David. Always great talking to you, man. Thank you.